everyone. I am here once again to introduce one of our fantastic panelists for our upcoming conversation about what it's like being bad, or at least pretending to be bad, because we are talking to some incredible villain cosplayers. So take it away and introduce yourself.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm Starr, so I'm primarily a cosplayer. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and starting more so on TikTok. And yes, I do love primarily cosplaying villains. It's always been a fun way just to be able to express yourself, and I am so grateful to be here. So thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining me today. And one of the things that I love about your approach to cosplay is how influenced it is by fashion. So can you tell us a little bit about how fashion inspires and informs your cosplay?
Of course. So, no secret, typically villains usually have the most fabulous costumes and they're making a statement, and that gravitates towards me. And part of the reason why I think that attracts me so much is because in my civilian life outside of cosplaying, I've been very limited and restricted with dress code and just in a very conservative feel in my field, which is investments. So, colored hair, bright colors usually aren't frequently found in the mainstream investment world. So I needed an area where I could still express myself creatively and release those frustrations. And that's where cosplay came in. And even before that, I've always loved it. And just the silhouettes, the out of world experiences, it's just been truly oh, I can't even think of the best word, just a rewarding way to be able to express it.
What is your favorite villain that you've done so far?
So far, it's Ursula, mainly because that villain's very dear to my heart. And she's the first villain that I fell in love with as a child. And she basically helped, that whole movie helped frame my life, but especially her just with the sass and just the personality. And yes, so with her, it's been the most challenging just because trying to figure out different ways to make the tentacles as lifelike size, but still being able to move around, even in a con. And I wanted to do a glamorous Ursula because even though she is portrayed to be conventionally unattractive, I wanted her to be just a full out glamazon and very drag glam influenced.
I heard Ursula tell us the importance of using body language, and it changed your life. You can't listen to that advice and not believe it.
Exactly.
So I am asking everybody on the panel about being bad, if they can tell us the worst thing that you've done. How have you been bad?
I have done a few faux pas with scissors. I have used fabric scissors incorrectly, and I have used it on foam at the beginning, and then went right back to using it for fabric and didn't really understand why the fabric didn't cut like butter afterwards. And so that was a lesson learned for sure. The things you learn. So now I have scissors all over the place. We have stickers for the ones that are for fabric only. And now I've learned not to ever do that again.
I think the biggest lesson learned is if you're going to use fabric scissors on something other than fabric, they better be your own, because if you're going after somebody else's fabric scissors, that's crossing a line.
Yes, absolutely. Thankfully, I will abuse my stuff, but be very respectful of everyone else's. So love villains, but not that cruel.
Well, thank you, Shar, so much for joining us today and for telling us a little bit about yourself. And please, everyone, join us for our villain panel. There's so much joy to be had in being these evil, awful characters. I know, Shar, you know that, and I can't wait to share that with other people. So we can't wait to see you for the panel.
Bye. Thanks again.